Okay, viewers, what I'm about to give you now is a Cafcass survival guide for men, which is post 9 o'clock, post watershed. So this is adult content only. So welcome to the family court. Please leave your testicles at the door. I'm here. You have to pick them back up on the way back out again. So you're a father and you've been dragged into family court, which these days is a bit like being accused of witchcraft during Spanish Inquisition, except at least they gave you the courtesy of setting you on fire. Family court is just slowly roasts your reputation over 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, 13 years, and calls it safeguarding. Enter Cafcass. Sorry, Cafcass. Although the first spelling does capture the smell and burning due to process, let's be clear, you're not walking into a meeting. You're not sitting on a telephone conference. You're walking into character assassination attempt dressed up like a coffee morning. They're not asking questions. They're building a case. And you've been cast the villain. Just because, well, just for the audacity of having testicles and asking to see your kid, I suppose. So here it is. Your survival guide. Not the version they want you to follow. The one where you sit quietly while they politely dismantle your life. This is the real one. For men who are done with being polite while their children are turned into emotional collateral. This will get you through. First rule, number 1, never trust the friendly tone. The Cafcass officer will smile, they'll nod, and they'll say, "We're just here to help." That's not a helping hand. That's a scalpel. Behind that soothing voice is someone trained to smell emotional instability, the way a sniffer dog smells cocaine. One sigh too heavy, one raised eyebrow, one perfectly reasonable human reaction, and suddenly the report reads, "Father displayed hostility and emotional dysregulation," which is court speak for he blinked while being lied about. So here's rule number 1. Trust nothing. Be friendly, but never think they are. Smile, but like a man being mugged by a clown. Number 2, control your face, or they'll write your fate. You know how in poker they say, don't show emotion. This is like that, except the stakes are your children and your sanity. Look calm, sound calm, be unnervingly collected. So unnervingly collected that they wonder if you're being lobotomized. Inside, sure, scream, rage, throw furniture, but on the outside, you're Zen Gandhi meets courtroom Jesus. Because here's the truth. Cafcass aren't documenting facts. They're documenting vibes. And if your vibe isn't right, isn't emotionally aware, co-parent, they'll write you off at the risk faster than your ex can say gaslighting. Number 3, never say she's a crazy, even if she's a batshit bonkers bitch. You want to tell the truth, right? You want to say she's unstable. She screams at the kids. She once threw the teapot at my head and told my son it was his fault. Well, don't. Not like that anyway. Because in this upside downside dystopia, truth without diplomacy is called aggression. Don't say she's manipulative. Say there have been emotional challenges in the past, and I'm committed to creating a stable environment for our children, which is code for she's a psychological landmine wrapped in yoga pants. You're not lying. You're speaking the dialect of institutional cowardice. Play the game. Beat them with their own language. Number 4, predict the smear campaign. Predict the smear. Beat it to the punch. You're going to be accused of something. Anything. It could be bad. Generally is going to be quite bad. Even if you've never raised your voice, never touched a drug, never sent an angry text. Why? Why would these allegations come? Because allegations are currency in the courtroom casino. And guess who prints the money? So preempt it. Say this. If there are concerns, I'm happy to engage in any assessments the court recommends. My priority is the children's safety and stability. That translates into, I'm not the problem, but I'm happy to jump through the hoops of flaming circus hoops anyway, just to prove it. And there will be hoops of fire, and you jump through those hoops with a smile on your face. You want to be seen as being reasonable, boring even, and eager to comply. Like the Labrador of litigation. Because while the court loves drama, they trust dull reliability. Number 5, every question is a trap, but also a microphone. They'll ask, has your child witnessed any conflict? The correct answer is not, yeah, she screamed at me in front of the kids and threw the keys into the toilet. Because even if it's true, you'll look like the common denominator. Instead, say, there were challenges during separation, but I've made every effort to ensure child-focused transitions have been done moving forward. That's how you weaponize blandness. You turn every landmine into a well-worded sentence. This isn't just an interview, it's a performance, and you're on stage, auditioning for the right to be a father. And I'm not saying this is right, I'm not saying it's fair, but this is how it is. Number 6, you're the adult in the room. Act like it, even if you're not feeling it. Now let's be real. Your ex might be flinging allegations like a drunk chimp with a paintbrush. She's an emotional, erratic, weaponizing tears like she's got shares in Evian. But you stay composed. You don't take the bait, because bait is exactly what it. I support a relationship with both parents, provided it's safe and respectful. Then pause. Let the silence speak volumes, because reasonableness is your weapon. And in this war, it's more powerful than the truth. Number 7, record, document, archive everything. If a tree falls in a forest and no one hears it, did it happen? In family law, no. If you didn't write it down, it's fiction. Every message, every pickup, every delay, every backhanded comment, you document it like you're writing a next Netflix crime documentary. Because one day, you'll need receipts. And when you pull them out, the truth doesn't just set you free, it sets the court on fire. Number 8, don't speak from the heart, speak from the script. This is not the time for an emotional TED Talks. You're not here to open up. You're here to present evidence of sanity. Rehearse your responses like it's a courtroom dance recital. Be clear, be calm, be devastatingly boring. Want to cry? Cry later. Want to scream? Scream into a pillow. Here, you keep it clean, clinical, and composed. You're not just a dad, you're a father-shaped fortress. Number 9, speak fluent Cafcass. Cafcass loves buzzwords, like a teenager loves TikTok. So give them what they want. Use phrases like protective factors, child-led routine, emotionally attuned parenting, minimizing transitional trauma. You don't have to believe in it. You just have to speak the code, like a spy behind enemy lines, smiling while planting the truth beneath their very noses. Number 10, survive the letter or bury it with evidence. The Cafcass safeguarding letter is the holy scripture of family court. If they say father is cooperative, child-focused, and shows insight, congratulations, you're not getting publicly flogged. But if they say father appears defensive, combative, or evasive, mate, you're going to need a shovel and a war plan. That's when your logs, recordings, and receipts become Exhibit A through to Z. And when you respond, formally, ruthlessly, surgically, because if it isn't about proving you're perfect, it's about proving you're not the villain they're hoping you to be. This isn't justice, it's theatre. And the only way to survive it is to outperform them at their very own tragic play. You stay calm, you stay armed, you stay dangerous in a way that only a man with truth and a printer can be. Because if you don't fight like hell, they'll write your legacy in somebody else's name. And when I say you don't have to believe it, there's nothing that Cafcass teach you that is not bad parenting. It's good parenting. So get on board with it and do it and deliver it and make it your own. Because they don't give you bad recommendations. They don't want you being bad parents. You're not a bad parent. So while you're playing the game, live the game. Because if you're not living it, if you live it, it can only make you better. Don't fight it.